some bad gear related stuff recently. Just the other day actually, when I was flying the drone, it actually worked perfectly fine at first, and then when I tried flying it again, it said there was no SD card and stuff like that. I was like, what's going on? Took it in and out, and same thing, it said no SD card. So when I brought it back home, tried to read it from the computer, apparently I couldn't recognize it as well. So I guess the card officially died, so I had to replace it. That kind of sucks because I lost some footage just from the earlier afternoon, but it's better now than later on. Imagine going somewhere like a big hike or something like that just to find out if that's an issue. That micro SD card was actually the original one that came with the Mavic Pro when I bought it, so it was like a Lexar brand, so I'm using the SanDisk one at the moment. I was actually going to replace it with a faster micro SD card before, but I didn't see any issues with the writing or anything, but I guess now I have to do it. And the other thing I noticed, which is basically a common thing with this camera, I just noticed when I was doing the editing and stuff, you can see kind of on the right side of the video at times, it seems like it's a little blurry. And I believe that's just the issue with this camera because they use glue or something like that to put the sensor on. So I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. So I wonder if I should send it in or something like that because it's still under the warranty and all that. But still, that would kind of suck being down the camera and all that. Because looking at the authorized repair list and stuff in Canada, it seems like the only one that's available is all the way in Ontario, so that would be a pretty far send. I guess even though technically Parrot exited the drone market for a lot of the smaller toy drones, they're still at it with things like their Anafi. It says here, they announced an Anafi FPV, an immersive resolution. It's basically the same drone, but now they have these FPV goggles I guess you can attach with it. This is apparently one of the most quiet drones there is out there. I haven't actually heard it myself in person, just from what I see in the videos. Although with FPV and stuff like that, technically it's illegal here unless you have something like a visual observer, which those are the examples in times where I think it's a little silly in terms of the regulations. Like you're flying something really simple, that small, why not? Like if you're doing it for fun and stuff in an open area, etc., etc. And the other news I read today is apparently that famous crow in Vancouver has gone missing. It says here, Canuck the crow reported missing from Vancouver neighborhood. This is basically that infamous crow who's done things like going into McDonald's restaurants, the SkyTrain, taking a knife from a scene of a crime and stuff like that. And apparently back in July, it says here, Canuck became a federally protected bird and has been wearing a numbered band that identifies him as a wild bird and not a pet. And ever since, I guess, a few days ago, the person who normally interacts with the crow, like walking by, hasn't noticed it returning. So they're wondering what happened and they're worried, like, is it gone, for example? Is it lost? Did someone take it? And you can see on the Facebook page, the person's basically pleading and sent like a message saying anyone knows where the crow is, please contact it back. It's just kind of amazing to see how attached someone gets, huh? Just from like a random wild animal. And you can see like one of the funny videos I just saw here. It seems like the crow's actually pretending, I guess, to bite the person's nose and all. I don't think I'd ever dare to do that with a wild animal like with the squirrels, regardless of how comfortable and stuff they seem like they are around me. I've actually never seen this crow actually in person, so it's kind of sad actually. After all those years of the neighborhood, I guess, getting to know that crow and now it's gone. Just to my knowledge too, it has babies as well. So I guess we'll see what happens afterwards, because I guess it's inevitable, correct? Nature is going to take its course if unfortunately that's what happened. I guess you can tell from the pictures too, this crow was very well taken care of in terms of, I guess, feeding and stuff like that. That's pretty big, isn't it, like for a crow? What the heck? That's like a hamster.
Are you banning him?
Yeah.
Look at, he loves it.
Throw.
It's really cute.
What is that light?
Is it light?
No, I don't know what you're doing like with.
It's a camera.
Oh,
It's posing.
What is that?
It's posing for the camera.
Ah.
Who knows? Movie star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that where did you get? He said that that's the pocket.
So cute.
Yeah.
Is he yours?
No. He just sees me all the time.
Cute.
All right. See you guys later.